All right, the plan right now in Washington is Sam Howell. We had Ron Rivera with us now, I think 6 weeks ago in Phoenix before the Super Bowl, and he made it clear that Sam Howell is QB1. Since then, he's amended it a bit to say he still has to earn the starting job. They've added Jacoby Brissett as the backup. Here's Rivera from yesterday at the league meetings talking about Sam Howell.
You know, remember, he was the front runner for the Heisman that year, and, you know, coming out of a season where he lost 3 offensive linemen to the draft, a tight end to the draft, wide receiver, Diami, to the draft, and 2 running backs. That's 7 primary players off of an offense that was very dynamic and explosive. Go back and research that and see those things, and you'll see what we've seen. And I really do believe that. So I don't think this is as much a wild shot as people think it is. And again, part of it is because you watch a young man like Brock Purdy have the season that he had last year, and you would like to think, wow, we have a guy that's got the same type of ability and skill set.
Yeah, hey, look, they're willing to go all in, so they say. They're willing to give it a chance. It's kind of like the Desmond Ridder experiment. This is a guy who, if he had come out a year earlier, may have been a first-rounder. This is a guy that was highly regarded. I saw somebody make this point on social media, and I wish I remember who it was so I could give them credit. Maybe it was Michael David Smith. The whole idea that if you really believe these things about Sam Howell, why did he not play last year more than just Week 17? Why wasn't he your Week 1 starter instead of Carson Wentz? We all knew what Carson Wentz was. Was there a certain amount of stubbornness in the organization because you made the trade for Wentz? Even though you think Howell may be better, you got to go with Wentz. And frankly, if Wentz was a move that the owner put his thumb on the scale to get, yeah, that would explain it.
Yeah.
We got to play Carson Wentz because that's the guy the owner wanted.
Well, I think they got stuck a little bit in the Wentz-Heineke conversation, right? Heineke came in for Wentz after the injury. They got in the playoff conversation. They still thought they were in the playoff conversation when they went back to Wentz. So there was probably some reluctance, right, to go to the rookie in that situation. But I hear... You know, I hear the point. If you thought that highly of him, maybe not. Why give him a crack maybe a little earlier than that? Either way, I mean, it's interesting to hear them say that. You know, again, a little bit like, you know, hey, Brock Purdy, or a little bit like you said with Desmond Ridder. I think there's some intangibles here with this guy that people like. You know, he's got that mojo as far as what you want from a starting quarterback. Now we got to see can he do it on the football field. He's a good athlete. He's got moxie and toughness. You know, he can move around a little bit. But I will say, a little bit like Desmond Ridder, I question his ability to be a high-end thrower in the NFL. That's what I question. But they've obviously seen enough to feel comfortable about it. And now you couple that with the weapons they got and Eric Bieniemy. I'm excited for the potential of the Washington Commanders offense with Howell. We know the O-line's got to get a little bit better, but there's certainly some pieces there to excite you if you're a Washington Commanders fan.
And it gets back to the Brock Purdy dynamic. You got a guy who's in the second year of a slotted rookie contract who allows you to pay other guys around him. It gives you a couple of years minimum of trying to max out elsewhere on your team. We saw some of the moves they made in free agency, the money they paid to keep Deron Payne. They can supplement around Sam Howell, and then they worry about paying him later if he becomes the guy that they hope he can be. And if that's the case, then you pay him. Good problem to have. We found ourselves a franchise quarterback, finally, who can come in and be the guy that the team needs. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.